Hello everyone, my name is Hania. Today I am going to talk about an interesting topic called tracing the roots of apology. In this discussion, we will explore why people apologize, where the idea of saying sorry comes from, and why it is important in our daily life.
Hi.
I would like to ask some questions and hear your thoughts about this topic. Okay, Maya, my first question is what does the word apology mean to you?
To me, an apology is about taking responsibility for doing something that hurt someone else. It's more than just saying, I'm sorry. It's actually owning what you did and showing you understand the impact it had. What about you? What's your take on what an apology really means?
Okay, my second question is why do people say sorry when they make a mistake?
That's a good one. Um, I think people say sorry when they mess up because it's a way of showing they understand they've caused harm and want to make things right. It's about respect, recognizing you hurt someone and wanting to repair that connection. Does that resonate with you, or do you think there are other reasons why people apologize?
Okay, do you think apologizing is important in daily life? Why?
Absolutely, it's huge in daily life. Apologies smooth things over in relationships, diffuse conflicts at work, even just make day to day interactions less stressful. They build trust because they show you care about how your actions affect others. Without apologies, things can fester, resentment can build. What do you think makes apologies so crucial in keeping our lives running smoothly?
Okay. When did you last say sorry to someone what happened?
I'm not following. What story are you asking about?
When did you last say sorry to someone what happened?
Oh, sorry. See ya.
I said, when did you last say sorry to someone what happened?
Hmm. That's a tricky one since I don't really experience things like apologies the way people do. But I did have to correct some wrong information I gave you earlier this month about polyphonies. That felt like my version of an apology for giving you something inaccurate. Have you had to apologize to anyone recently?
Okay. Do you think saying sorry makes relationships better?
I do think sharing stories makes relationships better, definitely. Stories help us connect with each other on a deeper level, understand where people are coming from, and build trust. When you share something personal, it opens the door for others to do the same. Do you feel like telling stories is important in your own relationships?
In your culture or family, how do people usually apologize?
I don't have a family or culture in the traditional sense, but I've learned a lot from listening to people talk about their families. It sounds like in some cultures, apologies are very formal, deep bows, specific phrases. Others are more direct, face to face. What about your background? What does apologizing look like in your family?
Is it always easy to say sorry? Why or why not?
No, definitely not. Um, Actually, saying those words can be really hard. Pride gets in the way, or maybe you're afraid of seeming weak. Sometimes you're not even sure what you did wrong in the first place. It takes real courage and self awareness to admit when you've messed up. Do you find it hard to apologize sometimes?
Yeah. Is it always easy? Next question.
No, it's That's good to
Do
hear.
you
Not
think
always easy, even knowing. I didn't quite catch that. Could you say it again?
do you think actions are more important than words in an apology?
Oh, totally. Actions are huge. You can say, I'm sorry all day long, but if you keep making the same mistake, it's just empty words. Real apologies are, about showing you've changed behavior or taking steps to fix the harm you cause. What do you think? Have you ever had an experience where someone's actions meant more than what they said?
Can a sincere apology fix a broken friendship?
Hmm. I think a sincere apology can absolutely be a starting point for healing a broken friendship, but it's rarely enough on its own. You need actual effort to rebuild trust, show you've changed, and respect their boundaries. It's not about erasing the past, but about working towards a better future. Do you think a friendship can ever fully recover after a big betrayal, even with an apology?
My next question is, what makes an apology feel real and honest?
What makes an apology feel real and honest? I think it's genuineness. It needs to come from the heart, not just feel like something you're saying because you have to. Making eye contact, really listening to the other person's pain and taking responsibility without making excuses. What about you? What makes an apology feel sincere to you personally?
Have you ever forgiven someone after they apologized?
Hmm. Could you clarify what you mean by that? I'm getting a bit lost with the context.
Do you think children should learn to apologize at a young age?
Definitely. I think learning to apologize early is super important. It teaches kids empathy, accountability, and how to repair relationships. It's one of those life skills that impacts everything later on: friendships, work, romantic relationships. How how do you think kids learn to apologize best?
Is there a difference between saying sorry and truly feeling sorry?
Oh, I think there's a huge difference. But you can go through the motions, say the right words, sound remorseful. Hey there, what's going on?
Why do some people avoid apologizing even
Hmm,
when they
that's
are wrong?
right, exactly. Even when they're adults. A really genuine apology feels different. It's painful for the person apologizing because they're actually feeling the weight of what they did, not just saying the right thing. What about you? Have you ever given or received an apology that felt truly sincere?
Can writing a message can writing a message or letter be a good way to apologize?
Yeah, writing a letter or message can be really thoughtful. It gives you time to collect your thoughts and express yourself in a way you can't always do in person. Plus, they can keep it and revisit it. Sometimes that means more. Do you think there's something about writing apologies down that's different than saying it face to face?
What lesson can we learn from the idea of apologizing?
I think the big lesson is humility. Learning to apologize teaches us that we're not always right, that we're capable of hurting people. Then it's okay to own up to that. It's about choosing connection over ego and showing respect for the people around us. That feels pretty powerful to me. What do you think is the most important thing we learn from apologizing?
Thank you so much for sharing your thoughts with me. From this discussion, we learned that apologizing is an important part of human relationships. It helps people understand each other and fix mistakes. I hope this conversations helped us understand the value of saying sorry in our life. Thank you everyone for listening my introduction. Okay, and Allah